Now I'd like you to imagine that the room that you're in is filled with light. Of course it is filled with light, but imagine that the light is maybe a little different than what you normally would think of. Have you ever been walking around outside on a foggy morning? And so there's this mist hanging in the air, okay? And the sun is coming up, and it hasn't dispelled the fog yet. And so the fog, it has this visible existence, okay? Imagine that the light in the room was like that. So it's like you're in a room, and the room is foggy. Except it's not like fog, it's different. Alright? The fog glows. It's not reflective. Think about that. Think about the fog being composed of minute particles of light glowing. Or better yet, microscopic stars shining. Imagine the room filled with this. Imagine what it would be like to wave your hand in it, and so you can see them moving around. Okay? Imagine what it would smell like to smell this light and to feel it as it goes into your lungs and gets into your bloodstream and it energizes you from the inside out. Think about that. Think about what it would feel like. Think about what it might sound like once it gets into your bloodstream. I mean, imagine the vibration of your whole body as it's filled with light. And so just imagine this for a moment. Do the best that you can. If it doesn't come naturally, don't worry about it. Focus on each of your different senses in turn to see what comes to mind. Be creative. Synthesize. It doesn't have to be real. It doesn't have to be... Just go with it. Think about it. Think about what it would be like if that was actually happening around you. Okay? And just immerse yourself in what it feels like to have that light surrounding you, to feel the light shining on you, to smell that light coming into your nose, to feel that light working its way into your lungs, to feel it being carried into your bloodstream. Okay? Focus on that. Take some time to breathe deep. Imagine the light in the room. Imagine the light working its way up your nose and down into your chest and out into your bloodstream. Picture it to the best of your ability. Feel it in whatever way you can. Let it consume you. Let that feeling, that imagination, light you up from the inside out. Literally. With every breath, imagine more and more that light comes in. Imagine that once that light gets in, it stays in. Imagine that light being carried to every cell of your body. And imagine it. Once it works its way into a cell, it's like a little tiny star inside the cell, and it lights up that cell from the inside. And that light, that energy, is a very specific frequency of energy, a frequency of light. It is the light of life. And so when that light is present in that cell, imagine what it would do for that cell. Imagine how it would empower that cell to live and to grow and to repair itself and become healthier and stronger. Imagine that light causing the machinery to be cleansed of any cruft that is accumulated, to be repaired of any damage that it's been inflicted over time because of lifestyle or environment. Imagine what it would be like to let that light fill you up from the inside out and heal you from the inside out. Imagine every single cell being empowered, being energized. Imagine the vibration that it would create in your nervous system. Imagine the sound it would make in your ears and the vibration of your hands and all of that. Just be creative and experience. Use your imagination and feel and see and smell and And with every deep breath, take in more and more, and let more and more fill your body. But not just your body, but also your mind. Imagine that light getting into your mind, getting into your head, and causing you to experience lightness behind the eyes. Exactly like going outside. It's a nice, warm, sunny day. You're out for a walk in the park. The sky is blue. The sun is high. You look up, you close your eyes, and you let the sun beat on your face. But when you do that, notice, even though your eyes are closed, you can see the light of the sun through your eyelids. It's red, but you can see it. Well, imagine something like that happening. As you breathe, more and more light fills your body, more and more light fills your brain and your mind, and it soon begins to be reflected as light in your mind, so that soon it's like you're glowing from the inside. Think about that. Think about what that would be like. And imagine with every deep breath you take, the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter. And imagine every cell in your body, with every deep breath, more light enters in. And every cell gets more and more light. Imagine the empowerment of the cellular machinery as more and more light enters in. Imagine accumulating so much light that your body can't contain it anymore. Imagine what it would be like if you were to start glowing from the inside out. Imagine that glow getting so bright that you'd swear you're like a light bulb sitting in the middle of the room. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Imagine doing that. And imagine that light glowing off of you because you're so filled with light. Now imagine yourself walking down the street doing this. Imagine you're walking down the street and you are breathing and you're filled with light so much that you're just radiating light. So you're breathing and radiating. Imagine you're walking down the street and there's somebody walking by. And you can tell, you can see it in your mind's eye. You're breathing, you're radiating, and the light, the field of light that's around you, it falls on them. And their behavior changes just ever so slightly. They may not even be aware of it, but they look up, they pay attention to you. Their countenance changes, they smile. Think about that. Imagine what an influence you could be on the rest of the world if you were to take time every day and breathe and then radiate. Imagine how much more powerful you would be as an individual, how much more calm you would be, how much clearer your mind would be. Imagine the influence you could be on the people that you encounter. So what I want you to do is I want you to choose, if you're willing, to pick a time every day when you can do that. Maybe it's while you're in the shower, or maybe it's while you're blow drying your hair, or maybe it's while you are driving. Driving's a good choice. For example, you could just imagine for a minute. Imagine your car, you're walking towards it, you open the car door, you get inside, you sit down, you close the door, you buckle up, you pull out your keys, and you're about to stick it in the ignition. Pause. This is the moment. Remember, breathe and radiate. Then insert the key, turn it, and go. And you can keep breathing and keep radiating the whole time that you're driving. If everyone were to do that, we'd probably have little to no road rage. Wouldn't that be wonderful?